Yeah, I can close it. Thanks. Hey, everybody. Live on Me and My Shadow. What's going on? I am just making sure I got everything set up. Let me send a message out. Let everybody know that we decided to go live. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring up a chat box here. All right, so we have a chat box up. Oh my gosh, hang on, guys. If you're trying to tell me anything, I'm not seeing it yet. I'm trying to get this thing. Doing good so far. I am trying to bring up a chat window here. Obviously, I'm not doing really well. Why am I not? Hang in there, guys. I'll be right back. You still here? Come here. That chat box doesn't work. All right, I got my 15-year-old expert in here to help me so I can see you guys' chat. What am I doing wrong here, son?
You have to go to your docs and then hit chat.
Okay, and I did that.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So how do I sign?
Yeah, sign into chat.
Yeah, but look. Sorry, guys. Hang on. When I hit sign into chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. Hang on. Mr. Professional here.
Yeah, just use your email address.
Which one is this? The Tim.
Oh, that's because you put an extra. You put an extra one at the end.
What do I need to do? Hang in there, everybody.
Yeah, you put an extra one at the end of your.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. Oh, it might be because you have a hotspot or like a hotkey set up for your thing when you accidentally did it. Yeah.
Oh boy. I hope that's it. I don't know. Sorry, technology, guys. All right, now we're set up. How the heck's everybody doing? Thank you, sir. My 15-year-old son is a genius when it comes to this stuff, and I'm trying to do it through OBS, and you guys don't care about the technicality stuff. How the heck's everybody doing today? Welcome to Me and My Shadow live chat. Let's see what we got going on. Let's Gerald is here. Hi, Gerald. Showing my age here. Gotta put my glasses on. Victor Vet. Gerald. Victor Vet 11 says it was my first time on a motorcycle in more than 40 years. Wow, dude, that's crazy. Gerald, I hope you're doing well today. If you guys can hear me okay, let me know. If it's too loud, let me know. I'm just trying to work this out so that everything's good to go. I guess I created a little bit of controversy with my last video that I just put out this morning. I really didn't mean to. Gerald said he just finished putting a steering stem bearing and front wheel bearing in his 1800 VTX. Bled the brakes. 1800 VTX, Gerald. I am jealous, dude. Wow. Let me just say I'm jealous. Gerald, you can hear me good? Okay. Well, I guess this would be a good way to start the conversation then, wouldn't it? Because my last video that I just put out, and I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it or not, I just basically said that we could get along fine on a Honda Shadow 750 or any 750 or greater CC motorcycle can pretty much do what you want it to do, right? I mean, you can go distance, you can putz around town. Yeah. Victor Vet says that he's been wanting to do this for decades, but life got in the way. Victor Vet, I understand completely, man. Believe me, life gets in the way a lot. I'm trying to get this light adjusted in here. I am Mr. Professional, as you guys know. Whoa. Ooh, that's a little too much mood lighting. Hopefully that's better. Well, Victor Vet, let me check the chat here. Did I miss what you're writing? A Rebel 250. Awesome, dude. That's a great bike to start out on. In your MSF course, yeah. You're going to find real quick that the 250, though, is going to be, unless you really like smaller bikes, you're going to find that that's going to be a little bit, you're going to want more pretty fast. I think. I did anyway. I remember way back when I did my MSF and they had me on a 250 Rebel as well. And it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's lightweight. It's a perfect bike to learn on. But man, let me tell you what. I already had the Honda Shadow 750 at home. So believe me, when I got home, I was all about getting on that 750. Moto Alley's here. Hey, Moto Alley. How you doing, buddy? Sean Clark. Hey, Sean. How are you? Hopefully everybody's doing good today. And I hope that you guys are having better weather, if I can talk, than we're having here in Texas. So, what does everybody think of the last video? My comments in regards to you don't need anything bigger than 750 cc's. Am I way off base? Am I trying to create controversy? I don't think so. I'll be real honest with you. One thing I did leave out of the video was that I really do want to hire a larger bike. But I want one that's really just dedicated for long distance for 2-up riding. Victor says that his class was in his MSF course was in the pouring rain and he had a blast. Man, that's a true rider right there. Yeah, Moto Alley, I agree. Moto Alley says as far as the CC size and size of the bike like that, it really does boil down to personal preference. But you just see so many videos out there. What brought this up to me, honestly, guys, was there was a channel, and I can't remember the name, of course, off the top of my head, where he was talking about spending all the extra money on a larger CC bike when a smaller CC bike, such as a 750, I think his was a 750 CC, was more than enough. But now, keep in mind too that he's traveling in England, so the roads are a lot different in England and in Europe as opposed to the United States. Gerald, do you think that you don't need anything more, but the bigger they are, the more comfortable they are for distance? Yeah, I agree. Another trick I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change out the rear sprocket on my bike. Hey, South Oz. Welcome, sir. How are you? Welcome to the channel, South Oz Moto. Check out his channel. Check out Moto Alley's channels. Check out everybody's channel that's on here that has a YouTube channel. Guys, they're all awesome. I'm subscribed to them all. They're really good channels. Check them out. And I was going to showcase something for you guys. Moto Alley, don't get mad at me here. What happened to my chat? I just dropped my chat somewhere. No, hang on, guys. Oh, let's move this over here. Okay. I wanted to show you guys something that I kind of left out, and I shouldn't. Well, I didn't kind of leave it out. I did leave it out. And Moto Alley does some excellent artwork. See if I can find it here real quick. He sent me some pictures of it, and I plan on ordering some of the work. Let me pull it up here. You don't get mad at me, Moto? Okay. Let's see. Where are we at here? Mr. Professional. Kyle, I am not. Now, of course, I'm not finding it. There it is. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so let me see if I can do this, guys. Here's an example of some of, I believe it's metal work, metal engraving work. Check this out. This is from Moto Alley. Aren't these cool? Hang on, I'm going to show you more. Let's see. Check that out, guys. Look at the detail on that, man. I got one more to show you. As I lay rubber, protect my ride. Aren't those awesome, guys? Those are really cool, man. I'm telling you what, you got some talent going on there, buddy. And I definitely want to order some. And that's what I love about this community. So many people are so talented, not just with motorcycles and everything else, but the artwork, everything that you guys do is awesome. So I got a question. Has anybody done that yet where you've changed out the sprocket, reduced the tooth amount on the rear sprocket? Anybody on here done it? I know I've gotten some comments that it really does help because we don't have a 6 gear. So like for interstate riding or more top speed riding and stuff like that, it really helps out. So Moto Alley says as far as, oh, they're not engraving. Okay, I'm sorry. You print out the images and then you heat press them into aluminum. Man, I'll tell you what, they're awesome. I mean, look at this. Look at the detail on this one. This is the one I really like. I'm just going to jump back here. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Let's make that bigger so everybody can see it. Check out the detail on that, guys. So awesome. Anyway. So, Gerald, you said that you did that with the sprocket on your 03 Spirit. Same drive. Okay, so the same drivetrain as my Ace. Okay. Let me ask you this. Did you have to shorten the chain length up at all? I mean, is it something that's doable from home, or is it something that I should probably take to a dealer and have it done? What do you guys think? And Gerald, by the way, what was the result? I heard that it kind of messes with your head a little bit when you're shifting gears because it changes I don't want to say the gear ratio, but the spacing or the length in between gears, the RPM, whatever you call that. Yeah, Mr. Professional here. And Southhouse Moto, you went to a bike week? Did you like it? Was it good? Yo, firefighters in the house, everybody. Say hello. Well, firefighter, you didn't get any notifications from me because I'm Mr. Professional and didn't notify anybody. If you caught the earlier part of the live stream, I'm just lucky I could figure out how to do it through OBS and then through YouTube. I have my 15-year-old son in here helping me out. And Moto Alley, I did not know you were live. I would have joined. There's my boy. I think. Cyclic. Hello, Cyclic. Lucky Aces, how you doing, buddy? If I lived closer to him, I would have that installed already. Okay. I know you would. Because you're like turning into Mr. Gearhead, I swear. I mean, you do everything. Pipes, mess with carburetors, tires, not to mention changing your entire motorcycle into a freaking Oh, and by the way, Lucky, I saw your video about people giving you a hard time on chopping up your Honda Shadow. I think you know what my opinion is on that. My audio cut out? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, cheap is better, but problem is that screwing it up is pretty bad too, and I'm terrified of messing it up, man, on my bike. Oil changes, no problem. Chain changes, flushing out the coolant, doing all that stuff, no problem. Not really worried. Adjusting the chain, no big deal. Getting into brakes and taking tires off and stuff like that, dude, you got a scared person here. Yeah, I know, but I personally, it all comes down to personal preference and what you want to do with the bike. And you were upfront and honest on that, Lucky, about the fact that you said, you know what, you really want to think about it before you do something like this. Don't just do it, because it's going to limit some of your options that you have available. So you were totally upfront. You're right, man. There's just haters and people out there that love controversy, I guess. Firefighter, you're out for a little bit? Okay. He said he'll be back at 5. Or no, at 6. If I put my glasses on, I can see. Okay, he'll be back at 6. Okay. I don't know if he'll still be on here that long. So far, it's going pretty good. Everybody having a good time so far? I know I am. Hit the like button. Okay. I'll tell you guys, the whole thing behind the video idea, honestly, for me, was there seems to be this, how do I want to put it? There seems to be this opinion out there that you've got to have the biggest, the baddest, all the bells and whistles motorcycle to really enjoy riding. And I just don't think that's true. I mean, I think all of us on here are a testament to the fact that you can get out there, you can have fun, you can ride, you can do all these things without having to have the bigger CC bikes. Now, I'm not saying that, again, that there's anything wrong with the bigger CC bikes. As a matter of fact, I want a bigger CC bike, but it's going to be only geared towards that goal of touring with my bride. It's all going to be set up for 2-up riding, and it's going to be designed for comfort and something that she can go for a long time on the road with me. Other than that, when it's just me riding, dude, the 750 is more than enough. I mean, honestly, I'm not scared to get out on the interstate. I know I don't do a lot of interstate content. I probably should do a little bit more just to show you guys that I actually get on the interstate a lot more than what you see. The bike does fine. Actually, the interstate, if you're scared of the interstate, is actually safer than most secondary roads, to be honest with you. But the bike does fine, and I'm fine with it when I'm by myself. It's more thinking along the lines of the Pillion that I want to step up into something bigger for the both of us. And to be honest with you, she hasn't said anything to me yet, but I think honestly she'd really love to learn how to actually drive the bike. She doesn't want to have anything to do at all with 2 wheels, but 3 wheels now. She's thinking about it. So to be real honest with you guys, we were looking at those trikes, those Honda Goldwing trikes. Talk about expensive, but also talk about pretty much every creature comfort that you can think of. And that's more down the road, for us when we want to travel and do things like that. There's so many things I want to go see and do and experience on a motorcycle, because I actually want to be in the moment. I don't want to be just driving by or driving through it in a car, if that makes any sense. And it's real important for me that she experiences that with me. She loves to ride. It's not that at all. It's just I'm a bit of a bitch when it comes to her comfort. I want her to be as comfortable as possible. So that's another topic we could discuss. I don't know if you all ride 2-up a lot or not. And Moto Alley, by the way, let me also say I love your Mean Streak. That Kawasaki Mean Streak you got is badass. Oh, Cyclic is my 15-year-old son, by the way. He's on here. His name is Hayden. And he's correct. If he ever did ride a bike, it would crash and burn into the ground. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, the Honda Shadow 750 American Classic Edition is going to stay in the family. And he already knows that he's getting it. I'm passing it down to him when he is ready for it. Lucky, it is awesome. And see, that's the thing. I mean, to be honest with you, Lucky said that it's awesome that I have someone that wants to make those kind of memories together. And I agree 100%. And there's just so many things that I want to share where I don't want to be going, because there's already been so many times that I've been out around a beautiful lake or out. There's the Lizard's Tail out here, which is a beautiful ride. My wife didn't go with me on that one, and it's not too far from the house. I can't remember why she didn't go, but I came home and I was telling her, I was like, the video's not going to do it justice. It's beautiful out there, and I don't want to have to tell her. I want her to experience it with me. You know what I mean? Excuse me, guys. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to go get myself a glass of something cold to drink. I'll be right back. Hang in there, guys. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back, I promise. Or maybe that's a threat. All right. That's right, guys. An ice cold A&W root beer. That frosty mug taste all day long. Sorry about that. Let me catch up on the chat here. So Victor Vet's thinking about triking a Shadow. Rod Kramer, if you go back and check my Riders Rides or my Shadow Nation Rides video, I think I put it out yesterday. He has a, what is it, 1100? That he has, his is a trike. And it looks beautiful. Yeah, Lucky, you... That's actually a plan in the works for this summer as far as teaching my son how to ride. You guys will get to see that. But I don't want to go too much into detail because he don't know too much about it. Let's see. Permits are not nationally recognized like licenses. What do you mean, Gerald? Some states honor other states' permits, but not all. Oh. Yes, son. I am not sponsored by A&W Root Beer. I am not sponsored. I think that's what my son means there. Cyclic DBL, for those of you that may not know, is my son. Gamer extraordinaire, by the way. He's really good at gaming. We'll see how you do on riding pretty soon, son. All right, South Oz is out. Dang, man. Glad you could make it in for the chat. I'm glad somebody has some really good weather out there that you're able to get out and do it. I mean, it's been dreary and miserable. And it was also one of those weekends, guys, where I had plans where I really wanted to go out and stay out for a while. I was even going to try to talk my wife into doing some camping and film it all, but Mother Nature had other plans. Yeah, my son said he should do okay. Hopefully I don't break it. You won't break it, son. You'll be fine. The Honda Shadow 750, for my son and for those of you that may or may not know, if you're going to be training somebody to ride, a 750 might be a little bit more than they're used to, but the 750 is also a very forgiving motorcycle. So the common mistakes that you're going to make when you're first starting to learn, popping the clutch, things like along those lines, it's very forgiving, and it's lightweight enough, and he's tall enough now that he should be able to handle it just fine. So it's a little bit overwhelming or a little bit intimidating when you first get on it, but believe me, he'll get used to it. So Gerald says, if you have a motorcycle permit in Iowa, Wisconsin does not recognize Iowa's permits. So I could take my kid to Wisconsin, but not all states. Huh? I'm stupid. I'm not getting what you're saying. So are you saying a permit to have somebody else on the bike with you? Or ride together? Lucky says, weather here isn't bad this weekend, mid-80s, but the pollen. Oh, God, the pollen. Yeah, believe me, I know. You see these puffs under the eyes? That's Texas all day long in the spring. And the thing is, I never used to suffer from any kind of allergies, pollen, or anything like that. All it never bothered me until I hit my 40s. One thing to remember, you tell the bike what to do. So if you don't, I gotta put my glasses on. I swear I cannot see. It's hell getting old, guys. Oh, learner's permit to ride. Okay, Gerald, I get it. Sorry, I haven't fallen asleep. I'm not that old. I didn't just fall asleep. I'm trying to catch up on comments here. And that's true, Moto Alley, what you just told Cyclic. You have to be in charge of it, and the confidence level comes from just getting to know the bike and actually getting to know what it will and will not do. It takes some practice, but I mean, obviously, if it was that deadly and that hard, none of us would be able to do it, right? I mean, everybody starts somewhere. That, by the way, if you're still on here, Lucky, are you planning on taking that Kawasaki on an overnighter or a longer trip anytime soon? Just wondering. And is anybody that's in this chat thinking about doing any distance rides, any big destinations this summer? Yep, it's all about the friction zone. Moto Alley's right again. He's got a good helmet. He's got good safety gear. I make it a priority. Anybody that rides with me has to have safety gear, decent safety gear, not just crap. Lucky you don't have anything planned. Moto Alley, no. You know, you're right on that, Lucky. Lucky says he's got to build himself up to a longer ride. And you're right on that. It does take a little bit of getting used to. It really does. You know, and it may just be me, but I'm always like, what if I get out like in the middle of South Dakota somewhere where there's no cell service and my bike dies and what I have with me to try to fix it doesn't work, or I blow a tire, or I hit a deer. The what ifs will kill me every time. It's like, well, I know if I go down this road I'm safe and I'm close to home. So Gerald says at the end of June that he and his wife and daughters are going to go down to the Ozarks dual sport with Ozark Backroads YouTuber. Oh, cool, man. That sounds awesome. Well, another thing that my wife and I have been planning on doing is we bought a camper trailer not too long ago. It's a 2002 22-foot camper trailer. It sleeps probably 6 comfortably. It's an older one. We bought it for cash, believe it or not, off Facebook Marketplace, and it wasn't a scam. It's currently being used by my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law had a fire at her house, and she needed a place to stay, so we got her set up in it and everything like that. So she's currently using it, but when we get it back, one of my ideas too is we obviously want to do some camping, but put in the shadow in the back of the truck, and then hauling everything off to a really cool campsite, offloading the shadow and going for rides there. That's another option that I've thought of. And I know the motorcycle purists out there are going to say, well, that's not the same thing. You've got to ride out there from your doorstep and camp along the way and all that. And that may be for some people, but guys, I did a stint in the Army and I was infantry. I did enough camping outside. I like the creature comforts, and especially here in Texas, guys, I love the AC. I love having a bathroom and a shower. As you can tell, I'm a little soft. Yeah. And sometimes, honestly, Lucky said that I hit the nail on the head, thinking it over too much, he thinks. And I have a tendency to do the same thing, Lucky. I really do. I overthink things, and I put too many what ifs in the way. There comes to be a certain point where you just got to jump out and do it. And I know this, and I'm sure you know it too. But it's getting yourself to that point. So one thing that I'm starting to do this year is I'm going to go out further and further and further. There are so many cool places that I haven't seen. And I said at the beginning of this year, what I want to do is more rides. Maybe if we get the RV back in time, if the house gets rebuilt in time and stuff like that, and we get the RV back to the house here, maybe take it out camping and go up to Oklahoma or somewhere here in Texas and do some camping. And take the bike out and around there and stuff like that. But there's so many. So I just want to keep pushing my envelope out a little further and a little further and a little further, to the point where, guess what? I'm not probably going to be able to make it back that night. I'm going to have to stay somewhere and then come back. You know what I mean? And just work my way out slowly that way. Build up my confidence, my road confidence, I guess, that way. Because, I mean, let's face it, the Honda Shadow is a very reliable vehicle. and I keep it in good shape. I change the oil, I check everything all the time, but you never know. Something could break down and leave you in the middle of nowhere, and that's probably my biggest fear. It's not really a big fear about being out in the middle of nowhere and then hitting some gravel and sliding out or anything like that. That's not it. It's just a breakdown, something that I wouldn't be able to handle or fix out there in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we are, Moto Alley. Moto Alley said that we're our own worst critics, and the overthinking and everything is the hardest part to get past, and it is. It really is. I don't think any of us, we get to a point where we're in our comfort zone, right? We know the areas that we like to ride in, because we can relax. We're not worried. We're not trying to stare down at the GPS, watch traffic, do all these other things. We're in an area where we know where we're at. We don't even have to think about where we're going. We just know, okay, this curve up here, we know the roads real well. Where it starts to get dicey is where you get further and further out away from your home base, and you're encountering roads and conditions and things like that you've never encountered before. But that's why they call it an adventure. And I think, honestly, that's why a lot of people group ride. Because let's face it, there's strength in numbers and safety in numbers. Heck, though, Lucky, you done better than me. At least you put together a group ride for your channel. I haven't even done that yet. Yes, son, you're right. My son said that if I learned to ride, we could go out even further because then we could swap out and take breaks. Yeah. Well, honestly, Hayden, you would probably want to be on your own motorcycle at that point. I get what you're saying, son, but you'd probably want to be on your own ride as opposed to riding behind your old man. Got to force yourself to say F it and just do it. Yeah, you do. You're right. I don't know. What? Lucky, don't be starting rumors. I might be revealing a little too much. I need to keep my mouth shut. Two monitors set up, and so it'll blink out. My big monitor will blink out. I don't know why. Moto Alley said he went on a ride last year with 50 plus bikes in a group. Was so scary, but damn, it was pretty fun. Was it? Man, I don't know about the group ride thing. Yeah, my audio cuts out every time my screen blinks off, and it has something to do with the way I have my other monitor hooked up. Every time it does it, my audio cuts out and then it cuts back in, so I apologize. I'll try not to touch any cords. Again, Mr. Professional here. 50 bikes would scare the crap out of me, man. That's riding with 50 people. I don't know, man. Yeah, you can, son. You can help me with the computer problem after the stream's over with. That's fine. So nobody has any real big plans. What about any camping trips, anything like that? Anybody at least going to go take a vacation? Maybe it's not on the bike. Is at least somebody going to go somewhere and do something? Victor Vet, you didn't notice any cutout on my audio? Okay, cool. Victor Vet, I think that's awesome that you're doing the MSF course, man. I think that's really, really cool. Moto Alley said that no, it was fun. It was hosted by a motorcycle club for charity. The group ride was. Lots of experienced riders who have been riding for many, many years. That's cool. It's like that. Anyway, it's like the Toys for Tots every Christmas they run. I'd like to do that. Gerald said, I've seen too many group ride videos to ever ride with about 5 or 6 other bikes. Lucky, anytime you want to do a collab, brother, I'm down. You're only about 3 hours from me. Maybe we could like meet in the middle. That'd be fun. Moto Alley. Dude, man, trust me. You'd get a lot of people out there. I wouldn't be able to keep up though. You got that big 1100. Be like, where's Tim? Oh yeah, he's like way back there. I'd be like, don't worry, I'm coming. Be testing the range of our helmet audios. The biggest group ride I can see my dad doing is me and him. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my son will tell you I'm just not really into the group thing, but it would be fun. I'm not saying I'm against it. I've never done it. Crockett's Adventure, welcome to the chat. I just started riding, getting my endorsement in a few months at the local MSF course. So that's half my summer plans. The other is going camping in my '06 Suburban. Love getting out here in the Ozarks. The Ozarks are so beautiful, man. That's awesome. Hey, Crockett's Adventure, what bike do you have? Just curious. So Victor Vet says, I want to know something. Assuming I pass the course, how much difference would I experience between the Rebel and the Shadow? Quite a bit if it's a 250. Victor, quite a bit. You'd notice a lot more range in your gears. Obviously a lot more speed. And one of the things that I think you'd notice right away too would be the difference in the weight. But once you get rolling on a Shadow, it feels weightless, and all these guys can testify to that. I don't think it's anything that's crazy, like if you crack the throttle real hard or anything like that, it wouldn't shoot out from underneath you. I don't think it'd be anything you'd have to worry about like that like you're going to put it through a fence or something like that. It's very, very forgiving motorcycle. So I think the differences that you'd notice more than anything else would just be the overall size, the weight of it. Depending on your height, if you can flat foot it, things like that would make a difference. But I think the biggest difference would be the weight difference and your gear range, of course, if I'm saying that properly. Everybody else chime in and let me know what else you would notice the difference between a Rebel 250 and a Honda Shadow 750. Crockett's Adventure has a 2014 Honda Shadow Spirit 750. Awesome, man. Great bike. What country do you think is the most fun to ride in? Ooh. I would love a chance to go to Australia, to be honest with you, and ride Australia. I think that'd be a blast. Any of them would be fun. Though I have heard, even though it's not a different country, I have a friend who used to have a YouTube channel, and he's since quit doing it. But he moved to Hawaii, and he said that that's like one of the worst places in the world to try to ride motorcycles is in Hawaii. And I know that's a different state, not a different country, but he said it's just not fun there at all. Good advice, Lucky. Lucky was telling Victor to stick to the neighborhood, stick to the streets you know, and really don't take it too fast. Don't bite off more than you can chew till you really get used to the bike. Gerald says, my wife learned on a 600 Shadow, and she's not the strongest or most graceful person, bless her heart. You should be fine. Yeah, you're going to be fine. Crockett's Adventure says, second owner, older gentleman, bought it new in 2015 and used it as a commuter for work. Only put 17K miles on it. Good. It's barely broke in. Crockett's. It's barely broke in. But yeah, take your time with it, man. Ride those familiar roads. Stay in the neighborhood. Stay in the area that you're really comfortable in until you get used to it. The MSF course is really going to teach you a lot about handling and how the bike's going to react and things like that. But you're going to find, too, that a lot of this is going to be learned, I hate to say it, through trial and error, but on your own. They can warn you about traffic. They can tell you about lane position. They can do all those things. But until you actually get out and experience it and do it yourself, I agree with Lucky. Stay where you're comfortable. Don't try to go too fast on it. Just take your time with it. It'll come. What's my dream bike? I own it. Pretty much. Find a parking lot, do a lot of slow speed maneuvers as well. That's what Moto Alley says. Yeah, I agree. And excuse me, guys. I think I just burped into the microphone. Such a pig, I know. That's what happens when you start drinking beer, man. It'll get you every time. Oh, wait, it's root beer. So Crockett Adventures, you only paid $3,000 for it. Got a good deal. You did. And it's going to be a few months before I touch an actual road. I've been running around a big parking lot to get comfortable. That's a good idea. And Moto Alley has some good videos on it. I have some videos on it. Lucky Aces has some videos on it. I believe Firefighter has some videos on it. Firefighter, you must be psychic, dude. I just mentioned you. Welcome back, buddy. I'm sorry about the burp, guys. That was really professional of me, I know. Oh, and by the way, Firefighter, I saw your interview with Restless Mule. Great job, man. Great job. I loved that video. Good job. Cyclic DBL, my son, do you know when I'm going to go? Go where? Dan the fireman, yep. Firefighter, you're so funny, man. I swear to God, your sense of humor cracked me up, buddy. So yeah, I mean, honestly, take it one. How do you eat an elephant, right? You take it one step at a time. You do your MSF course. You get the right gear. You start out slow. You start to get used to the clutch. You start to get used to how it accelerates, how you can lean into turns. You practice how it reacts when you brake, how long it takes you to stop. Practice slow speed maneuvers. Make sure that I don't care, you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of cones or anything like that. There's always, unfortunately, a ton of trash in parking lots. Get a couple of empty water bottles and Coke bottles or whatever and set them out as cones and start practicing doing S's through them. And practice U-turns, things like that. You can use the lines in the parking lot for the parking spaces and judge your distance that way. Just get used to those things first. Spend as much time as you need. There's no game plan to how long you should be in a parking lot before you actually get it out on the road. So take your time with it, dude. Firefighter. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, there's another really, really awesome channel out there. It's Restless Mule is the name of his channel. I don't know his first name, but Firefighter and him have been friends for a few years, and Firefighter put together a really cool, I think it was awesome, video, kind of where he interviewed Restless Mule and talked to him about how he got into motorcycles and what type of riding he likes to do and things along those lines. So you should definitely go check that out. It's good. And check out Restless Mule's channel as well. He's got a great channel. Most of you guys out there that have YouTube channels are 10 times more talented than me. I look at all the work you guys do and how you film and the creative things you come up with, and I'm just like, man, I'm so lucky that I know these guys. All you guys do much better than me. So every time I turn on YouTube and I see a new video from Moto Alley or Firefighter or any of you guys, Lucky, any of you guys, I'm like, that's a good idea. Yeah. It was the Temu version of Barbara Walters. Oh, you cracked me up, dude. I don't know. I just thought it was good. I thought it was real interesting. You seem to have a natural ability. I don't. Should I start calling you Barbara now? Because you seem to have a pretty good knack for interviewing people. I think that's a real talent. You didn't talk over him. You didn't interrupt him. You let him talk. And you can always tell somebody that really knows what they're doing when they interview, because the person they're interviewing feels comfortable, and he seemed like he felt real comfortable talking to you. So, and that always keeps it really interesting. So good job, man. Good job, Firefighter. The interview with the brick wall. Yeah, I want to see that too. Let's do a quick poll. How many people would like to see Firefighter interview a brick wall? Just leave a thumbs up. Yeah, Crockett's Adventure said it's been a lot of fun learning how to ride. Need to get your clutch adjusted. Yeah, that's important. It is a blast, man. Welcome to the world of biking. In my opinion, one of the healthiest addictions that you can have. Moto Alley wants to see it. That's what I'd like to interview me. Oh, to interview my son, he said, would be like interviewing a brick wall. Yeah, that's true. Firefighters said all of us talk to cars, except for the language that we use sometimes when we're talking to the cars. may not be YouTube friendly. Gotta love Thailand. Have a good day. You leaving? All right. You have a good day too. This has been a ton of fun, guys. I love jumping on here. It's been a long time since I actually did a live. Lucky said I once found a video on YouTube of someone opening a can of Coke, and it had 12 million views at the time. Sometimes I think we're all trying too hard. I do too. You know what? If you guys go back in Lucky's catalog of videos, there's one he did where he's with the Terminator, and it's been and correct me if I'm wrong, Lucky, I guess it didn't get you a ton of views or anything like that, but it cracked me up. It's like he superimposed himself on the Terminator. It's hilarious. You guys need to go check it out. It's so funny. Yeah. The only thing is if somebody, I don't know. There's so much weird stuff out there on YouTube, and YouTube's so unpredictable. I swear. Yeah, but Lucky, the way you did it was so funny. That end scene where you're like, here's the keys, here's my helmet. Sometimes you have to choke it a little bit if it doesn't want to start. Cracked me up, dude. Just the way you did it was hilarious. Loved it. And I don't know, talking about people watching anything and getting 12 million views on YouTube, I seem to remember somebody that liked to ride in parking garages. I don't know who that was. I can't remember. So, Firefighter, are you going to be doing any more interviews with folks? I think you have a natural ability to do that. And no, I'm not volunteering. I'm just asking if that's part of what you plan on doing for some more content, because I thought it was really good. I thought you did a great job. Thailand says it's 5 a.m. here. From California, 68. Been a Harley guy for years. Just got and redid a 1992 750 QAND. I like it. We'll try to come back in 10 minutes. Okay, Thailand, come on back if you can. Retired in Thailand. That's perfect, man. I'll be lucky if I can retire. Well, cool, man. I really hope to see more interviews, man. It's real interesting to get other writers' perspectives and stuff like that. So keep up the good work, Firefighter. Really. And if you guys haven't checked out Firefighter's channel, I don't know what, or any of these guys' channels, their editing chops, their ability to ride a motorcycle and make it so interesting and come up with topics and things like that, and the way they edit and do things like that, I'm so envious all the time. I'm always striving to be like Lucky, be like Moto, be like Firefighter. If I could just... I'm just kidding. Moto Alley. Moto Alley, don't be hard on yourself, buddy. You make good content and you know it. Can I drop the links to the channels? Thailand, do you know who you're talking to? Let me see if I can do that. You guys chat amongst yourselves. Let me see if I can get your links up here. Without disconnecting the chat somehow. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Let me see what we can do here. Alright, so going to Firefighter first because you're the first one on the list. Alright, we're trying this here. If I can do this successfully, you guys, I'll be amazed. All right, here we go. Let me see. This is hopefully... Okay. Does that link work? Dude, if you don't do a follow-up for the Terminator video, I'm going to be pissed. I don't care if you get a lot of views on it or not. Just send it to me then. I love those videos. Alright, so next we'll do... Who's next in line here? I'm dropping links to y'all's channels. Can somebody tell me if that link actually worked? Let me see. Where is... Man, sharing a channel with your wife, you get so many subscriptions. All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to try Moto. All right, I'm going to try Moto Alley next here. All right, let's see. Okay, there's Moto Alley. So I got Firefighter, I got Moto Alley. Let's see if I can find Mr. Aces here. And we'll drop Lucky. There's Lucky. Copy. Okay, there's some links, I hope. All right, for those of you that have YouTube channels, can you drop Thailand your links? Because obviously I'm Mr. Professional and not able to do it. I just tried, but he said he's not seeing them. But you go look up Firefighter just as it's spelled. I know that. You can look up Moto Alley and also Lucky Aces Riding. They're all three in there. And Thailand, I apologize. Mr. Professional here. Hey, Moto Alley, I lose subscribers all the time, dude. I know it's a shock to you, but it happens. I lose them all the time. So let me show you Thailand real quick. I'm going to jump over to my other screen. Here's what Lucky Aces channel looks like. Okay, you see that? There's Lucky's. Let's see. Here's what Firefighter's channel looks like. Firefighter's got to be different and spell his name weird. Just kidding, Firefighter. Where's Moto? Moto Alley. Sorry if you guys hear all the dogs barking in the background. And here is Moto Alley. That's what his channel looks like. Yeah, right, Firefighter. You know how to spell. What are you talking about, Lucky? We all have a public education. Hasn't hurt me any. So has anybody gone out and done any test rides on any of these newer motorcycles? I'm just curious. I was thinking about going out and doing another test ride video. I don't know, between the way the weather's been and as crazy as work has been recently and stuff like that, and all the honeydew stuff around this house. I hear that. Moto says he really doesn't want to be bothered because his bank account couldn't afford it if he fell in love with another bike. I hear that. Sorry guys, I'm catching up on the chat here as well. Hey, by the way, Lucky, how is that Chinese Grom clone doing anyway? Admit None, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, imaginary coins, I'd do the same thing. I'd offer 3. See what happens. I think he said it's, what's he want for it? It's a 2017 Honda Shadow Phantom with 8,000 miles. I'd offer 3. See what he says. Yeah, and the other thing I'd say is be really careful of Marketplace on Facebook. There's so many scams out there, man. It's ridiculous. It's like, here's a 2024 Honda Goldwing for $800. Selling for a friend. Must sell. Oh, and by the way, I don't have the title. Make sure they got a title. A clear title. I'll bet you have a pile of parts waiting to go on it, so it's a lot of fun to ride, Lucky. I saw you putting it together, man. It looked like a blast just putting it together. It looked like a lot of fun, man. I'd always wanted just a little bike like that around the house. It'd be a blast to have. Plus, I think my kiddo would have a blast with it as well. Yeah, no title means no sale. Imaginary coins, make sure they've got a clean title. None of this, oh, well, I lost the title, but you can get it registered, and don't go down that road. There's way too many stolen bikes out there. Way too many. Nate Lewis, good afternoon. How are you, sir? Hopefully everything's finding you well today, Nate. Yep. Lucky Ace is right and came up with another good one. Verify the name and the VIN number, too. And, yeah, Lucky, I'm looking forward to seeing you zip around on that Grom knockoff. It actually looks pretty cool. I keep wanting to call it Darth Vader for some reason. Nate, has everything been finding you well, sir? Hopefully you've been out riding. Hopefully you're not like me, stuck inside. Chinese Grom money. Oh. I kept trying to tease Lucky and tell him he just needs to buy another Honda Shadow. That way, he'll have another one in the garage. He'll have his chopper. He'll have, or his bobber, excuse me. And he'll have his regular Honda Shadow. Come on, I mean, there's plenty of people that have 4 or 5 motorcycles in their garage. Nate says, my Porsche Shadow has been through heck past couple of years. Hurricane came through a refrigerator. A refrigerator fell on it, and I lost my license. The saddlebags fell off. Oh, dude. My gosh. Small pimpin', Lucky. The China bike's in your living room. It might be spying on you. You might want to be careful. Sorry, that's my conspiratorial mind going. Hey, who says that you can't have a motorcycle in your living room? Moto Ali, I'm going to check out your live too. I would have jumped on earlier. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't get notified. I didn't see that you were on there. Doubles as a TV stand. Hey, and if you run out of seating and you got a few friends over, go ahead. Sit on the China bike. Yeah, just don't start it. Not inside. Exactly, Lucky. No one to worry about but yourself. Bring them all in, man. Michael Ramirez, hey buddy, how are you, sir? I was going to ask you, Nate. Nate said that the refrigerator caused a dent in the rear fender, but because it's a Honda, it still runs. Of course it does. Dang, dude. I'm sorry to hear you had all that bad luck, Nate. There you go, firefighter. I agree 100%. Lucky, no one to complain. Get what you want, man. You notice that comes from us that are married, and we don't have the luxury of being able to just make those decisions for ourselves. We always have a boss to answer to. And usually the boss's answer on most of that stuff is no. We have other things to do with our money besides this or besides that. 9 times out of 10, the boss is right, but it still sucks. I just said, Nate, I just never heard anybody say that they had a refrigerator fall on their motorcycle. Dude, that's just... If it wasn't true and sad, it'd be funny. Yeah. My wife's my voice of reason, too, believe me. If I had my way, you just wouldn't even want to know. She reins me in. My wife reins me in a lot. She's like, think about what you're saying. And then the worst thing is that she'll turn around and she'll surprise me. Like when I totally give up on something like a new bike, or I wanted this, excuse me, this RV real bad. I wanted to buy an RV, a used RV, fix it up. I didn't want to sink $500,000 into an RV or anything like that. But we were like, no, just let it go. We're redoing the house. We got all this stuff going on and everything like that. Then one day she pops up and goes, hey, look at this one. And we go buy it. Go figure. Lucky, down a weird direction. Believe me, we know that we are blessed. We just like to complain. Nate says, you should know the bike. It's the orange one I sent you a picture of. It doesn't look the same. Yeah, I know the bike. You gotta be heartbroken, dude. I'm so sorry to hear all that happened. I really am. I'm not making light of it. I'm really not. That sucks. It's just, you just don't hear that a refrigerator fell on your bike very often. Firefighter. Oh my God. You crack me up, dude. 10 days a month, it's a dude in a common bunk room at work, but he does love me. There was always something strange about you firefighters, wasn't there? Just teasing. Oh, man. I don't know, though. You guys have to have something to break up the danger of your work. Believe me, when I go to work firefighter, the biggest danger I have is dying of boredom. I mean, your job is incredibly dangerous, and I really thank you, honestly, for the service that you do. I really do. Gerald says, Nate, to Nate, that's got to be a real bummer. The orange is an awesome color. It is. It really is, Nate. And I really do. I really wish that Honda would come up with a few more different color patterns. Honda's weird about that on certain bikes. Lucky, this is a crazy kind of live chat. Can you guys imagine anybody that's like, oh, cool, a motorcycle live. Let's click on this and check it out. And they go, what the heck? Yeah, firefighter, you did a video a while back. Was it a couple years ago where you showed actually how you plan on like do the training for getting out or navigating through like a smoke filled room or stuff like that? Man, you guys do some serious stuff at your job. It was under a tarp. Nate says that his bike was under a tarp in the carport. The bike was next to a broken refrigerator. I thought the fridge might get blown over, so I thought there was enough room. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully everything else is okay, though. Hopefully everybody's all right. It sucks that the bike got hurt, but the important thing is that you're okay and your family's okay. And if you guys are wondering, there's not going to be any really major upgrades on the bike. Lucky sent me that wind protection, and I love it. The hand protection and the fins that I put on the forks, the front forks, work great. I have no desire whatsoever to put a Batwing fairing on the bike at all. I got plenty of good wind protection. I had it out on the interstate about a week ago and got it up to about 80, and it just cruised right along. And the way I have them adjusted, and if you guys haven't tried this, if you don't want to put a big fairing on the front of your bike, you might try some of these wind deflectors. They really do a good job. It takes some getting used to as far as messing with them to get the right angle, to get the airflow where you want it to go. The ones that go down on the fins especially, because if you do it wrong, they're going to end up blowing more wind in your direction than you had previously. But once you get them dialed in, they're great. The only plans I have really for the bike, for this year anyway, unless something comes up, is the changing the rear sprocket. Nate says that everything is fine. We didn't get it as bad as North Carolina. Well, thank God, man. I'm glad you're all right. That bad weather, man, stuff like that ain't nothing to mess with. Michael Ramirez asks, when are you throwing the new sprocket on there? Probably within the next couple of weeks, Michael. We've had all kinds of uproar in our house. We had solar put on the house. We had the floors all torn up and redone. Obviously, you can see the room behind me is a work in progress. We've got to rip out all the carpeting. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to be done. I'm still working on finishing the bathroom remodel in the house. I got a whole bunch of projects going on around the house. So as soon as I can get that to settle down a little bit, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be focused on the sprocket. Any recommendations from anybody on a brand of sprocket? The kid is back. Finally alive. I know, right? Welcome. Welcome in. Hey Moto, shoot me an email on that. I'm definitely interested. This room that you guys see behind me is kind of like my little man cave. It's all torn to crap right now. And obviously you see boxes. Whoa. Back there and stuff like that need to be taken care of. And we're tearing the carpeting out in here and everything like that. But this is going to be more of a man cave for me. And I definitely am looking to put some things up on the wall. And I love those metal prints that you do. So shoot me an email on that. It's something I definitely would look into. So Nate says that once I start getting income again, as I'm no longer an able body, I'm thinking of a Yamaha Vulcan 1500 or a Suzuki C90. Good bikes, Nate. Those are good bikes. Yeah, Moto, definitely. Yeah, Moto, that's fine. You can message me on Facebook. That's cool. Definitely. Okay, so DID chain and a JT sprocket. Okay. Let me write that down. DID JT sprocket. I think JT is the one I was looking at. Michael, how many tooth sprocket did you end up getting on yours? Yeah, also Nate, I'd go with the Vulcan as well. I agree with Moto. Nice. The kid is back. Just got a 96 Spirit 1100. Nice bike, man. Sweet. Lucky, okay. You sent... Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out a solution to lowering my passenger pegs. You know those... Lucky, those peg lowering... That peg lowering kit that you did send me would have been perfect. It just... I couldn't get it to fit without bending those metal brackets, man. I tried. Nate, I think the Vulcan just has a better track record, and I personally just like the looks of the Vulcan better than the Suzuki. So it's a personal preference for me. Okay, so 38. Michael says a 38 tooth and a 120 link chain. Okay, 38. So I heard that maybe jumping to a 38 might be a little bit too much. Because I was thinking 39 tooth, but sorry, we have somebody coming over and the dogs are barking like crazy right now. Hey, Lucky, I got your email, by the way. I'll check it out when we get done with this live. Message you back. So, Firefighter, if you're going to start doing interviews, I think you need to interview Lucky. I really do. I'm not trying to start shit here. I'm just saying. I think it would be a fascinating interview to pick Lucky Ace's brain for about an hour. I think you'd probably get about 10,000 more subscribers, and people would really know how Lucky's brain really works. Just saying. Man, I want to thank everybody for joining the live today. This is awesome. I always have so much fun doing these. I always forget how much fun these lives really can be, man. And they are just a blast. And in lieu of being able to get out there and ride myself, I mean, it's just really cool to share a little bit of time with folks that are like-minded. You know what I mean? Lucky. That would be perfect. That'd be perfect, Moto. I know. I get you, Firefighter. I was just trying to tease Lucky, give him a hard time. All right. Thanks, Michael. He just sent me all the model numbers and stuff I need. Let's see if I can copy this. Yep. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. I have it. I'm going to post it on my notes here so I don't lose it. There we go. Moto, that sounds like fun, man. I would love to ride up in Canada. Where's the star of the show? In the garage? Oh, yeah. Resting comfortably on its battery tender. She's a little depressed because we haven't been able to go out for our ride as normal. It's been terrible weather here in Texas. Oh, so Lucky and Firefighter got something cooking. Everybody stay tuned for that. So, as far as the sprocket goes, Michael says that was a great, didn't notice any power loss of the line expressway riding was way nicer. Okay, see, that's what I've heard too. I've heard that getting on the expressway, getting on the interstate and stuff like that with that different two sprocket makes a huge difference. $300 plus people to nowhere. That's your biker goal, Nate? So your 1100 is a lot better, gives you a lot more leg room. You feel a little bit more comfortable on it, kid? So you're 5'10". See, I'm 5'9", and I'm perfectly comfortable on the Shadow Ace. I don't know, maybe there's a difference in the pegs I'm not aware of or something. That's good though, man. It's so important when you're riding, man. You gotta have comfort. I mean, because if you're not, you're distracted. You know, if you're not comfortable on the ride, you're just distracted. And that was one of the one things I was really worried about in getting the new seat, the Mustang seat, because I had heard that those can really kind of change your seating position up a little bit. But man, that seat was one of the best upgrades to my motorcycle. I love that seat. Okay, so Firefighter's out. Yep. See ya, Firefighter. I think, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up and get out of here too. It is dinner time around here. See what my wife would like to do for dinner. And I don't know. Maybe we should make this a weekly thing, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. You guys have a great evening. I really appreciate everybody that joined in. Make sure, like I said, if you haven't checked out Moto Alley, if you haven't checked out Firefighter, if you haven't checked out Lucky Aces, any of those channels, guys, go check out their channels. They're really good channels. They're really worth the time. Subscribe, show them some love. Also check out Moto Alley's artwork. It's really awesome. If you go back and watch the rerun of this, if you joined late, you'll see some of the examples of the work that Moto Alley does, and it's really kick butt work. So yeah, Moto, everybody have a great evening. Everybody please stay safe, ride safe, and we'll see you guys again on the next one. Everybody take care, all right?